EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The give is to Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here we go, 46. Gun. 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. With it is Jackson. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Titan football. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run. This is Lewis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? From the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Flush to his right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Let's go.
The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. His throw caught right around the 6. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to strike for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again to Elliott. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when we clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
It's coming now.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. Escapes the defender. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd down, Prescott. Shifts by him at the 25. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 more on that one, and another first down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Here we go. 180. 26.
Elliott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll pitch it out to Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the 2nd half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Here's the Titan offense now as Make their way back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Mariota, and that's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Going underneath for Lewis. Lewis has the 1st down and then some. Dion Lewis, 20. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 62 yards. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Gun.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Wesley Woodyard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
26.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott down. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down throw for Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota, flush to his right, and that is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play, keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're indeed going. It's Mariota escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A big run that time by Elliott. 74 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
47. Here we go. Wide in.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Lewis. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Off the play fake, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Again, it's Elliott. It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, wide 8. 26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 41 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Here's Stafford now on second down. On the move, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyrone Crawford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
This is Elliott. Stays on his feet. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Prescott now on 2nd down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
46.
Prescott on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. We got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd.
46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped it. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, But which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw on second down is Stafford. A deep ball for Ellington. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looking downfield for Jones. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big first down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go play action here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Johnson punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go. 46.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Let's go. Get out. Get out.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeff Swaim, 76 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Eluding and the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Set. 250.
So they will go for it. Stafford. Flush. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tyrone Crawford able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Let's go 47. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. 280.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bruce Ellington, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when the guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Toss left to Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Elliott, toss right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all. Because
and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
21. Zebra.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Set. 10.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Give me radar.
One last throw here for Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.